Chasing after two unsavory horsemen and their unfortunate prisoner, the Fellowship managed to intercept these evil men. Bernie, pretending to be lost, accosted them. The Hobbit tried to question them and to learn more about the nature of their errand. Those two Southerners explained that they were carrying a criminal due to answer for his crime in Tharbad. But Bernie lost his composure as the two men began to doubt his backstory. Bernie then tried to make an escape, but got intercepted violently by one of the Southerners, who managed to hurt our Hobbit grievously. That evil man ended up being put down by the Fellowship. The prisoner Larry Appledore, taking advantage of the confusion, took a horse and escaped in the mists of Tyrn Gorthad, chased by the second Southerner rider. The Fellowship then decided to hunker down for a good 4 days in a secluded cleft in the nearby South Downs western slopes. Bernie thus had time to recover from his wound, to also integrate what he had learned so far on his journey at Firebrand's and Elaris' side. So close still to the Shire, but indeed so far already from its homeliness. Now the company has decided to cross into the Barrow-downs and search for this brigand and his prisoner, and in fact probably more specifically to look for signs of Bernie's parents' whereabouts. The company, going ever deeper into the midst of that forlorn landscape, actually found the tracks of multiple horses and 2 ponies. On that track, pieces of pink cloth, markers, were curiously left here and there under a stone or attached to a branch. As the question became more and more pressing whether or not to continue on and risk to be caught by the night in this cursed land, the ghostly figure of a horseman appeared from behind the company and approached them. So we are late afternoon. Temperature is dropping slightly. The hues are shifting to those weird, like the gold of the brighter part of the day is shifting into this weird, I would say like what do you call this, greenish hues. Before they, it creates this sort of like rainbow before it hits it goes down into the reds of sunsets. So we have this greenish hue in the air, and the mist is separating you from this figure on his horse, armed with a lance, a helm, long hair, and this 2-dimensional shape, this silhouette, mounted on a horse, on a huge horse, approaches you. Steadily, calmly, really at a walking pace. Just the walking gait of a horse. I don't know what's technical term for that. And the rider, what's your guys' what's your posture? What's your demeanor in receiving this newcomer, who approaches as he exhibits no fear, he's not charging openly with a war cry. He's presenting himself and approaches. What are you yourself exhibiting? What demeanor?
I think Elaris would be cloaked and his bow ready, but not aggressive as such, just concerned at this character coming out of the mist.
Bernie feels afraid, his hands and legs trembling just slightly. The last time a man on horseback, which Bernie saw almost killed him, so seeing this even more daunting figure is making his eyes widen. He feels just the fog around him, the whole atmosphere is making him sweat a little bit as he weakly sort of reaches into his pack looking for his sling.
Gotcha. I think Hamfast, left hand on the hilt of his short sword, pulls his right arm from under his cape, place his hand on Bernie's shoulder, with a thumb possibly, on your neck, just giving you comfort, just firm presence is behind you. And the most concerned seem to be Bregel, who nearly unsheathed his short sword to halfway, and just showing metal, he shows some iron there, and he kind of like take 2 steps forward. Overall, he seems the most impressed by the overall atmosphere, and not really in control of his emotional state. The rider approaches, as he's now about 10 paces away. You can see the details defining themselves better, and there is a some kind of like veil that just shifts, and he enters your space, and in that bubble of vision, you see a horse which is you've never seen a horse like that. It is white and brown, and it's like North American Indian horses. Like would have those it's a white horse with brown patches. Definitely a war horse. The size is just disproportionate, and the presence, just the demeanor of this horse is on its own could weigh so much. The thing is, there's these fumes going out of his nostrils. His eyes are ginormous and beautiful blue, and he peers really at you. And but he's walking really to. You feel like this horseman and that horse, they know each other so well. The way. This man sits on that saddle, the way this saddle is put together, you've never seen anything like it. Possibly you have. That reminds you, Varun, of this other Thelred, the mute rider, part of the company of the Wain, which was actually a man of Rohan, so you heard. Who was doing tricks with his horse and stuff, and poses and stuff. He had a whole show with his horse at the company of the Wain. And this is the second time that you see this kind of harmony, osmosis between two different beings, basically. As if they were one. And this man sits on that saddle, and he has this beautiful helm made of steel and bronze, with those nice engravings and runes running on the bronze, and the bronze goes along the outer features, and then it's steel with a plume. Like a ponytail kind of plume going to the back. A beautiful beautiful male coat of mail, a spear, a long spear, a long sword, a shield attached to the saddle at the back, along the travel bags and all that. This man, but at the same time, like, you feel that it's well traveled. Like the horse is well, you see that it's healthy and all, but you see that it's not that it was intended, but it's dirty. It's dirty, and the man as well is like as if he had ridden for very long. And he approaches he make a motion to the horse just stands on its side to you, and he looks sideways at you all. He measures you all, like with a deep stare, a proud stare, and take a deep breath. Wilfried, son of Gorthad of the Westfold of Rohan. Who do I have the honor? And his horse will do something like, and he calms it. The horse seems to need some kind of like confirmation that you guys are on the right side of of destiny.
Elaris pulls back the hood of his cloak, his elvish features, and his eyes open a little in recognition of this famed land of Rohan. I am Elaris of the Greenwood. We are both far from home. Well met.
I'm Bernie Puddlefoot. Bernie says, standing a bit straighter, his arms visible to either side since he no longer has the sling. He tries to stand tall for a hobbit, and he says, This is Hamfast, and this is Mr. Hamfast and Mr. Bregel. A pleasure to meet you. And then Bernie does a quick bow. He doesn't know how to greet a knight from Rohan, but he's standing there looking in awe.
Yeah, this Wilfried has definitely the countenance of some noble person, educated, alert, distinctive, proud, and but not dismissive. Not you don't see in him like this. I think he still recognizes. He's still a grounded man. Yeah. That sense. And his horse is still like, he taps the horse neck, just murmur something at his ear, and he comes down his horse and steps on the ground. And he will leave the horse just like that, and approach you with a hand, his thumb hooked at the belt, and a hand on his longsword hilt. It's good to see real people. Isn't that a dreadful land? I'm afraid I've lost my way. Have you lost yours as well? What a strange thing to see. Travelers in such a forlorn landscape. I hope you are not lost, because I was going to ask for my way.
Elaris smiles. It is a wonder to meet you here in these misty downs. We have ventured in here in search of our good hobbit. His parents were last seen coming in here. What brings you to these downs?
I'm looking
we
for
ourselves
someone too.
we are. Yes. Carry on.
But I'm not looking for my parents. I'm sorry, Bernard. It sounds like a sad story of yours. But I wish you luck with that. What parents are forcing their son to look for them in such a place? Where are we anyway? I was looking for this horseman, and I saw those tracks leaving up the main road, and I thought, this is my man.
I'm afraid we're also lost in the sea of smoke. And let me tell you something, Mr. Wilfried. The enemy has ears, and we should stick together until we find our way.
He laughed out loud, sort of like just at adversity, in front of this mist, of this wall of oblivion, trying to ensnare you. And he laughed frankly. You see his hair just just kind of like glow like the sun into this, and a bit. You know what you're talking about. But don't give it too much credit. We are here. Good people, strong folks are still out there. And we won't let it encroach any further. I see you're a good soul. You know what you're talking about. You have seen some dark things, I suppose. For someone your size, I'm impressed. I'm honored. I remember your name. I'll never call you small.
Bunny feels a hint of pride at that, being praised by this chivalrous knight. And he says, It's the lore of these secrets that has brought me here. I've seen visions, dreams of a dark force, and I intend to find out more. I fear my path takes me through these barrows.
He laughed as if to, hide some form of decomposure, like he's kind of like disturbed, and feels. You think that he seems anxious at the fact that someone is willing to go and delve deeper in this land. Would that be the place they call the Barrow-downs?
Indeed. That's exactly where we are, aren't we, Master Elaris?
Indeed, this is burial ground, I believe, of men of old. So, we are, I suppose, a little lost, but we did leave a trail of sticks in the ground from the road we came, and we're hoping to get back there before nightfall. But it seems we are in here for the for the night, as we have wandered far. This man that you trailed, was he alone? And how far have you trailed him? If you don't mind me asking.
I've not found his trail, properly speaking. I'm just following. I've investigated his way and tailed him while hearing stories about him. I'm still to find the proper trail, and I'm not so much interested in the man who's not going to live very long under my watch, for he does not deserve it. You see, in Rohan, we respect horses as much as we respect people. And this man is a horse thief. This isn't a good idea. And he's a man of Rohan himself. He should know better. He stole a horse from my father's stables. That was a very, very bad move. So, I'm here for him, I'm here for the horse. And I'm gonna set things right. Thelgel is the name. I heard that he was accompanying some kind of band of artists or whatnot. Traveling wagons. But I keep missing them. I mean, they went up north, so I went north. But on the way, like suddenly there is this kind of wind, like something like the mist just comes like you realize that the sun is setting. The sun sets, and everything is going into this kind of crimson, gray orange, and the sun goes as like a red orange disc in the west. This gray mist, and just this flat orange circle disc going down. And suddenly being cut, by some kind of like invisible threshold, and without, there is no like, it's not a sunset, like it's not Malibu, huh? It's just like this disc of light. This thing is just like getting cut by this invisible threshold, this ridge. And it's about to be very dark very soon. And he seems to be like, ooh, where the blood? Okay. Ha! He goes like, again, like trying to defy, the atmosphere. I hope I've not interrupted you on your own errand. You said you were looking for your parents. I'm looking for a horse thief. I don't know who is the luckiest here. I'm happy I found you. You look like decent people. And I respect honesty. You have been so far good company.
Well, we are happy to meet you as well, Wilfried, in this misty land. And perhaps we have some news of this Wain of gypsy folk that you seek. And it is strange that you did not find them on the road north. But maybe we could make camp. It seems like we should maybe make camp. Would you camp with us, and we can share what we know?
Ah, sure. Let's do this. Let's set a campfire and keep warm. Somewhat.
Elaris is very admiring of the horse, and hasn't seen Rohirrim maybe only once or twice as they've ridden past the woods.
Mm. The man, as you make camp in a small cleft somewhere on the side of one of those hills. What does it look like? What spot did you pick, guys?
Are there any gravestones nearby this hill or the cleft?
Most of them would be atop, on top of the hill. There is a mound, and these mounds have walled-in entries. Most of those entries, apart from the places that were robbed already, so people were digging their way in, but most of the entrances in those cairns are walled in. Yeah, they basically they shut those entrances. So tombstones, not as such, at the bottom of the hills. Do you want to climb a hill and camp higher? Or do you want to go into a dell somewhere lower? The mist seeps down. Yeah, the mist like falls in the night, and it rises during the day. Yeah. So in the night you'll be possibly you can possibly be under the moon, and see a sea of fog with hills. Popping out of it here and there. But if you go down in a dell somewhere, you'll be in the soup.
Interesting. Perhaps if we can find somewhere in between, maybe up a hill, but with maybe some rock behind us, so at least we face out and can see in all directions. And Elaris will spend a lot of time watch, if that suits the party. But I think it would be better to be able to see further than our hands. But not right at the top of a hill by any barrow.
There's still the fire and in a little a little crack or somewhere, so it's not like obvious to the surroundings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like you don't look like a beacon of light in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Well, as best we can, but we will have a fire. It makes sense to warm us and to give us some heart in this clammy land.
Absolutely brilliant. And as you put together this little camp, Bregel is sweating. He's not so much interested in this newcomer, as he seems just overly at unease, like he really doesn't look comfortable. Hamfast, surprisingly, looks all in his naivety, and I don't know, he seems very like he found his model. This night is what he wants to be. And he doesn't ask too much questions, but sometimes like he poke into the conversation and just ask for a little detail, as if he, just something cute. But you see that he's very inspired by this knight, who explained that he was led astray and by something strange again. While he was, I'll just summarize a little bit. He was heading north after the company of the Wain to catch up with Thelred, right? This horse thief, and he was led astray by he saw a band of dark riders, like black riders, and he sort of like trailed them towards Sandford, which is the left turn before the South Down. When you come from Tharbad, you turn left to go to the Shire. You go north to go to Bree, or you go. Sandford is over here. Yeah. So he took that turn to sort of like know more about those riders, and somewhat lost track of them, and then found a group of beaten up, battered rangers, and led by Captain Randir. Captain Randir, who's you've heard, he was Firebrand's best friend. So he's one of those legendary living. He's one of those living legends in the Ranger, in the Dunedain community, and he's in charge of the southern marches. And he and his band of rangers, as they explained to Wilfried, for a while, where they were looking, at this company of the Wain and stuff, and they were also looking at those black riders. There was more and more of them, coming south, coming north, west, east, just doing weird stuff. Sometimes lone riders, sometimes going as a group, and they decided to ambush them. And so they did around at Sandford, but they were defeated. There were some losses, and it was a bitter defeat. The Rangers had to, they went back in hiding, and those Black Riders did their thing. No more news about them. So that's what took Wilfried away from his track, and led him sort of like astray away from the trail of his horse thief. That's what you learn during the evening, and at some point there is the moon just rises above that sea. That's when there is this thing. That's when something happens. I think at this point the moon just rises above this the sea of mist. You just I think it's just below your this canopy sits right below the level where you have pitched your fire, and there are those hills that just pop here and there out of the sea of mist, billowing, like, wafting very slowly. The moon appears, shines on top of that. Everything becomes like a gray and bright, like there's this nightly contrast, and there is a hiss, there is a sound. It's something ageless, something it's, you don't know if it's a beast, if it's alive, if it's an animal, if it's a man, if it's what could it be? just that sheer shriek, like tearing through the night as the moon rises. Put a shrill up your spine. You all, and because of the other worldliness of it all, it's time for you both to roll against dread. That's a shadow test with your valor. Let's go, guys. First roll of the session. It's going to be yeah. I'll let you know what happens after that.
Are we able to use a point of hope against this?
Oh yes. Yeah. I think you can use hope for shadow test for sure. Yeah. Totally makes sense. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Instead, yeah. Oh, poof, that was a poor roll. You used the hope on that, Bernie? Woo. Woo. You know what? Yeah, I don't think you can help someone with a. I think this is to the soul. This is straight, because you know how you can share successes sometimes if you do something collective, and you know you can help someone to run or help someone to hide. But I think with the shadow test here, it's more about like how do you personally take things in or protect. Or Elaris. You know that you're in a place that it's more than a place, yeah. It's a realm, and you are the crossroad of multiple realms, yeah. You are Mirkwood denizen, yeah, and you're accustomed to, you're definitely accustomed to those dreadful atmospheres. So I don't think you let us know how you do not react, but Bernie, you get there's a spear going from your back. You don't see it coming. It's like this shout, this shriek, and you take a spear right behind your shoulder blade into your heart. It feels cold, and terror takes hold of you for a moment, For a moment, you're not going running maddened, but for a moment you're really like weakened to the core. You take only 1 point of shadow. How does Elaris defeat that attack?
Yeah, well, Elaris, I think. He'll rest on his experiences from the past, dealing with intense shadow, and he'll find strength because he has to. He sees the terror in his comrades. He rests his hand on Bernie's shoulder and looks to him to hearten him, to give some comfort. He's certainly in a strange place, and this is a horrifying moment, but he feels the strength of previous experience. Already the shadow is on him quite strongly, so this in some ways just adds a little to that. But yeah, he feels it more of a take some leadership in this moment, and he puts one hand on Bernie's shoulder, eyes him strongly, and to give him to make him brave, and then he gets his bow out, preparing himself.
As you touch Bernie's shoulder, he flinches immediately. Then he turns to look in your eyes. His eyes are widened and he's clearly trembling. Bernie, he sort of sits down, his fingers clenching into the dirt as he just tries to. He's still recoiling from what he just felt, but he looks into Elaris' eyes and takes a deep breath.
Yeah. Fear not, brave hobbit. We are a strong company.
Hmm.
I think you're right.
The Rohan knight seems he's startled, definitely surprised by the shriek, and what devilry is this? Are we not alone in this land of the dead? Can't you go to rest? His voice just is lost. There's no echo. It doesn't pierce very far, and there's this it's damped, like puff, goes like puff. He stands up, like proud. His horse comes to at his side, and just gives him a nudge. Your ponies are unsettled. And the campfire just goes like this, just recedes, just withered down, and Bregel just nervously puts a bit of fuel in there, just a couple of roots and old branches that you guys had managed to sample during your coming. Don't like that. Don't like that a bit, says Wilfried.
Yeah, Elaris just turns his keen eyes, his night vision across just tries to scan as much of it as he can further up the down, to all areas that he can see. Poised.
It's weird because it seems that this canopy, which you're overlooking, could from there, could jump out anything, like it could be like something could really just like out of the waters, just leap up, and through that mist, and you feel like you're on a raft. Above a sea of fog and smoke, and but still, still that hill is grounded. That hill is real. This is your inland, and this is you're good. You're good. Nothing has moved, and it's all just just wafts of impressions, fear, we're playing with you, something, like they are like some kind of waves, you guys, kind of a silence take possessions of the company. Bregel and Hamfast seems obstinate into just when you have a campfire and two persons are competing to mend the fire. One is like, no, you shouldn't, don't touch it. You've done it. You've done enough. It's always one person is really all you need to mend the fireplace. But when you have two, they always kind of like, no, don't add this one here, it's kind. I got it. But now the wind is coming that way, So they just try to play this game a little bit between themselves, just to be somewhere, focused on something. But that's whole. Like the conversation has came down really, and. Whatever you want to say now, it's gonna be real person in first person. Otherwise, I think it's something is encroaching on the spirit, the fellowship at this point, and it's going to be this moment of it's getting late, and it's and it's you can start to doze, and who is taking a nap?
Well, I think it makes sense if Elaris allows the others to have a sleep if they can, and he will go slightly above the camp to watch down and see as much of the mist as he can. Feeling, you gave me the impression that the shriek came from the mist below, right?
We could say that.
Okay, well he'll go slightly above the camp so he can look down upon the sleepers and across the mist, but he's ready for a long night. But he'll tell maybe Wilfried that he'll wake him later so he can get a little rest before dawn if the night is not disturbed.
All right. The night. He leans back on a rock, arms crossed, and let go. The horse as well just leans nearby with the ponies. They keep themselves each other warm. Elaris, you're sort of midway between that campfire and the top of that small hill, which is crowned with a couple of crumbled monoliths and old you don't know, burial stones. Something happened years and years back at the top of this. Someone is dead and has been buried up there. And you're crouching between those two presents. This sea of mist and mystery waiting below, and this burial mound above you. Bernie taking a nap?
Bunny is lying down on the slope of the hill, so his head is back against the ground, and he has his sheathed sword placed across his chest as he tries to close his eyes, and it's going to take him a while to sleep, but he'll do his best.
You see, as you try to fall asleep, at your side, when you try to fall asleep, you can see the mustache the blonde mustache of this man of Rohan, who has taken off his helm and use it to rest his arm, and he has this he's fully equipped, and he looks just like he makes you feel okay, you feel that there is backup, just in case. This man arrived as a boon. Really, he's a godsend, apparition, and feels great to you. So something is in the air anyway, and Elaris will be the first to really experience it. Consciously, as you really feel some form of spell. The night, as if you've entered, this alternate. There's a new spacing, as if you through the night you stepped in the world of the dead or something. Like you, Elaris, you start to hear murmurs and whisperings and calling and moanings, and that's with your very eyes open. But the sleepers, they hear it in their dream. You guys are having nightmares of just walking. Bernie, you see yourself walking on a sea of smoke. You're just just walking like suspended in space. You don't know if you're walking on something solid, but you're going through smoke, through fog, and this thing you tear through that space that opens, like you're like an icebreaker, but going through fog, and you sail through that feeling of oblivion, that just basically you have no idea where you're headed in this dream. And Elaris, while awake, there is more and more of this music. It becomes the music of the dead. The two of you roll for wisdom. So it's another shadow test. This time against sorcery. And you roll for wisdom.
I will use hope again.
Right. What do we have? A failure again from Bernie? Yeah? And a great success from Owen. Oh my god, you were lucky on this one. Woo! 15 to beat a 15. And with a 6. Okay, Owen has learned something out of his last trip through Mirkwood, for sure. Nothing can beat Mirkwood. At this, I think, you're vaccinated. Bernie, this is brand new territory for you. You can spend all the hope in the world. It seems it won't cut through that fog. Right, Owen. You see. Okay, where do we start? Okay. Let's start with the dreamer. It's Vicky and Marlo and your parents and the Shire. They're all there, they're on this little islet, and they're calling, and they're just like, Bernie, like just they're calling you over here. It's safe here. Come. I miss you. Where have you been? Oh, Bernie, come, there is some frog pie. No, man, we have beer and ale. And they're all waiting on this little islet of joy.
Bernie's gonna see them and he's gonna wave back very excitedly, and he'll say, he's gonna shout out, I'm here. I'm right here. Aunt, cousins, this adventure was such a bad idea. Never made a bigger mistake in my life. I'm coming.
And so you come and approach, and you step on this little island, and here everyone is here to cheer you. You have a nail in your right hand, you have a piece of pie in your left hand, kisses on your cheek, someone put a warm blanket on your back and invites you to, there's a rocking chair for you near a little stove in the middle of that little islet.
What was I thinking going on an adventure? Joey took, always bringing a bad side from me, but I'm here now. Finally, I'm back.
You sit on the rocking chair. Someone just put some fuel in the stove and keep the little iron door open. And there is this heat warming up your hobbit feet, and you see your feet, and just they look they look weird, you know. They look like those fingers. They look elongated, and you have long nails and gnarly nails, you know, as if you were an ant or whatnot, or a corpse or something. Those fingers, those toes, they are just too long to be toes, you know, something. And those nails, they're really elongated, and you get you know, ensnared in that vision of suddenly there is something bitter in the dream. Elaris, make an awareness test. Right. You come down to at some point back down to check on your camp, on your mates, yeah, and one is gone. The Hobbit.
Oh.
The Hobbit is nowhere to be seen. You missed him. You were just I guess I don't know where. What happened?
Okay, this startles Elaris. He wakes Wilfried, if he's still and
he stands like, you know, his cape like just go, and a long sword like bright under the moon, just like, what is it?
the Hobbit, Bernie, he's gone. I'm not sure if he's been taken or more likely he just wandered away from the camp, right? Maybe possessed by this strange talking, and you may have felt it yourself in your dreams.
Yeah, my helm. He put back his helm and like open his eyes again, like they suddenly go glistening and under the moon, as if putting the helm just clears his brain, you know, his mind. He puts back his sword in sheath, back the sword in. What do you mean he's gone? What could have... Bernard!
I unveil my lamp of Vada, the blue light streaming across the top of the mist.
Deadly. Oh yeah, this blue light just going and creating this halo of just starlight. And it's starlight. Huh? It's not moonlight. It's really I don't know. Imagine it's Vada. It's the blue kindness of Vada. And but it's just stuck. It gets like muffled down. Like it creates this. You're in a bubble of it, but it doesn't expand. It doesn't pierce. Like you really have to go like to trudge into that. Well, actually, it lays down on this roof, yeah, which you're overlooking, because otherwise the air is quite clear. Well, it's moist in the air, but that projects quite far. But at the bottom, because where could he have gone? You know, he must have gone down there somewhere in the mist or what?
Yeah, my eyes come down to near where he was sleeping. Can I see his footprints possibly going down, or
roll for scan?
Scan.
I have a question. Did Bernie drop his sword that he had on his chest while sleeping?
Good point.
Hopeless.
I wouldn't have thought of that. Let's ask the dice, yeah? You want to roll for that? 50-50?
Yeah.
Roll a d6. 4+, you have it. Four up, yeah? Hey, he rolled a d20, yeah. No, a d6. 4 up. A d8.
Oh, there we go.
The cheater. No, Elaris, that short sword of is here. The man left without his sword, as if night walking, daydreaming.
As Wilfried, I imagine Wilfried's voice loud and deep. I send my clearer, lighter, higher voice piercing into the mist, just calling, "Bernie, Bernie!"
Cool.
And I come down into the edge of the mist with the blue light, looking into the gloom.
Right. Your scan didn't show anything. You're still looking for because his light. There is no weight to his person, and he's a stealthy little thing, and you realized how hard it would be to track such a quarry. You're gonna have to do another scan, but at -1. As you enter the mist, something tells you that he was sucked in that fog.
Yeah, I'm really just guessing at this stage. Because I was above the camp, I presume that he didn't go around me towards the top, but
right.
He may have done. But anyway, I'm going into the mist slightly, and this time I'll use a hope.
Hamfast and the other one, Bregel, are scanning for tracks above fog level. Yeah, they stay. They go left and right, and they look themselves for not too far from the camp though. They don't pick too long too far. You roll again.
Yeah, roll again. This time I'll use hope. Just remembering the kindness of Vardar gives me some hope, doesn't it? But
that
anyway.
could cancel. No, it's still a -1 because you failed the first. You're in the fog.
Okay, I'll use that.
The point of hope is to cancel 3 rounds of Denizen of the Dark at the Denizen of the Dark and remove 1 point of hate to everyone who hates sunlight.
That's right. All right. Come on.
You
failed again. With the hope.
Elaris, you look at Elaris, you continue your search side by side with Wilfried, who picked a torch from the fire, from the campfire, and you guys trudge down that hill through the fog. I don't know if you guys ever found yourself in that kind of environment, but fogs. The fog here in Ireland, the fog of Connemara, West Island, is real. Huh? This is you can't see. You just can't. It's just you have a 50 centimeters field of view. Just basically you go nose to nose with a wall. No light pierces through it, and that's this kind of night fog. And of course, the soil, the earth, the ground is wet. There's this weird. It's just and everything is just like, it's sticky. You feel like like a wet towel going through that unrealness. Bernie, everything was fine until you started to look at those toes and those elongated nails and fingers, and you felt comfy, but as like you sort of concerned by that, and you look around just asking for like a confirmation. Hey guys, what look, and suddenly they all look like specters. They're specter hobbits, like just with pale greenish skin and glowing blue-green eyes. Not smiling anymore, just bleak and bland and blank and just really, and their voices echoing from like aeons away, like just there is something completely anachronistic and just off, like the tune of the song just completely changed scale, and now you're in like this weird jazzy off key song, and everything is just like dilapidated, like it's really nightmarish all of a sudden.
When his eyes are wide open, he suddenly pauses. He has pie in his mouth that he's been eating that slowly drips down, and he tries to chew and he wonders. He looks at the cup in his hand, the mug of ale, and he says, "It's so good to be back, so good." And there's tears flowing down his cheeks.
Nice. You are a knight, Bernie. It's all gone now. You're a knight crying, in full armor, beautiful coat of mail, on a tall, noble horse, and you're sparring, but really sparring to death. But there is 3 knights, each with a different heraldry and color, and they're all fighting to the death over the ownership of a tower, sitting on atop a hill. This hill is huge, and this tower even bigger. It goes high in the sky. It's possibly the highest tower you could ever imagine, and it's buffy as well. It's like a Babel tower of sort. And the 3 of you knights are fighting for the control, the ownership, dominion over that very tower. And atop that tower there is a bright light that burns. There is a fire that spreads light, like there is a shining beacon atop that tower. And you're about to clash, Those 3 knights are just charging, lancing, lance forward, and they're just like going one against the other. Just the 3 are just like, and there is this moment the charges are about to connect, and you wake up and you see a rusty, pointed, curvy dagger, like right atop your breast. Like something is about, just to, like the way you have those silhouettes when they just lift a dagger before a sacrifice, and there is basically this specter figure. It's an undead. It's material. There is something meaty about it, but it's mummified. And it's armored as if like of ancient noble, like this must have been a king of old or something, and this thing is about to spare you. To spare you in the sense that you won't be spared at all. She's about to just to get rid of, to offer you, to give you. To sacrifice you. You see that dagger. Make a dread shadow test with your valor. Okay. You take 3 points of shadow, and you are something just freezes you. You are frozen. You are just being something is at play there, and this dagger comes down like.
Can I react?
Say?
Can I react before this happens?
Can you what?
I'd like to react. So as this dagger comes down, I want to do something.
Okay, I'm going to roll for it. It may miss you. Right? I'm gonna see. I need your token down there. Because I need to target you. And your reaction basically is going to be your natural T target number, right? And you'll narrate what happens once it happens.
So I see this dagger being plummeted down onto me, and while he's holding it up, is there a way I can react before the dagger lands?
Yeah, you react as best you can, and that's your TN. That's your natural. There's no dodging in this game. No, dodging is included in your natural target number. Yeah. So your target number is 17. It connects with a great success, and I'm going to make that a pierce. You take 4 damage, and you have to roll for protection. How do you react? What's happening? It connects. Where does it connect? Could be because you try protect with your hand. What happens? There's a possible wound here. If you fail your protection roll.
So because I've been caught in this battle with these 3 other knights over the tower, I'm still feeling the heat of battle and the blood through my veins. So I will push myself up, aiming to headbutt, push my helmet into the spectre's face, and maybe the dagger lands in my shoulder.
Right. Okay. Love it. I like the way you connect the dream with. You still think you're one of those armored knights. You want to headbutt the dagger with your helm when you're a hobbit trapped in a barrow somewhere. Because you're in total darkness. Huh? The thing, I don't know. It's visible. It's present. Possibly it glows. There's this weird, unreal, unnatural, eerie glow about it, so that you can still figure it out. Right? Roll for protection now. Click on this little protection roll test message in the chat. Possibly spend some hope in there.
Yeah.
Ow. That's a wound. Click on injury roll in the chat to know the nature of the wound. Wow. That's a killing blow. So you have a couple of hours to be rescued before succumbing. You hear Elaris. So that dagger goes right there across your lungs, misses the heart, but your lungs are, I don't know, I don't want to go into I'm not an expert in anatomy and all that, but just goes through your shoulder and down into your lungs, between your clavicule and down your system. You just collapse. The pain, but you shout loudly, and Elaris, you hear that shout. you hear that shout, and it's very precise. Make make an explore. It's gonna be an explore to locate the provenance of of that shout. Of it's Bernice. You know, you've heard him being hurt, and you know the sound of his voice when he's in pain. The poor one. And I just need to check what. Did you roll for?
Can't be awareness.
Yeah, it can be awareness. Yeah, it can be awareness. I just need to see when you're dying, how long do you have before being rescued? Make your +1 with the help of Wilfried. So your awareness test with a +1, if you, in case you,
Cool.
Right.
Come on.
Okay, I'll be right there. Just double check dying hero stuff. Okay. You have approximately 1 hour. If no one succeeds a healing test on you, Bernie, you'll be gone. This is the rare case because you rolled an eye of Sauron on your wound, which counts as 2 wounds straight out, which is the nastiest roll you could ever roll in a game to be killed from a single attack. That's pretty unforgiving and unlucky. And like he said, like just at the beginning of his dream, when he was sitting on this rocking chair, I made the biggest mistake of my life going on this journey, and he's stricken to death with an old rusty dagger. So it's going to count as a 10 days wound, by the way, if you want to adjust that on your character sheet. Just in case you survive, you will be wounded for 10 days. Elaris and Wilfried, you hear the call. You run towards an entry. There is this this cave. Was this hewn by man? Is this artificially made? You don't know. You don't even want to comprehend what's happening now. You're just going after the echo of that of Bernie's shout and cry. You enter this corridor, and the kindness of Varda just pours into this space, and you see this shape that just lifts up a dagger. You see a splatter of blood, midair, and it turns towards you, and it stares, with those green flames in that skull, crowned helmed skull, in this dark robe. Then it's time to take a break.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Get ready. We take a shorty. Don't worry, Bernie. You just in case, you could always become Wilfried. That's of any interest to you. Could swap for Wilfried.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Oh wow!
Already thinking.
I was thinking of Frodo on Weathertop with the Witch King's blade.
Yeah. Oh my god! I didn't expect it to go so bad so quickly again. Varun, I'm sorry, man. Alright, let's take a break. Let's have something nice and warm, a little bite, take courage and pray. And it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Must be. See you in a bit. What's happening?
I know this was all planned by you.
No. I'm evil, but not that evil. I mean, it's fun, but no, I'm worried. This world is not made for hobbits. I wanted so much, so bad to have a hobbit, but I don't want you to feel like you made the wrong choice, because it's just anyone would have suffered the same wound. Huh? It wasn't about well, in your protection role you missed it, because you could have a better you could have a plate armor. you know, there's no plate armor in this game, but whatever. No,
Yeah,
yeah.
I want to see your reaction, whatever happens. Your camera is frozen for me. I can't see you moving.
Okay, I reload. I appear on my side. I think I'm okay, but I'm reloading. I'm rebooting the camera.
You want me to rejoin the call?
But you can try first then. Okay. See you in a sec.
Oh yeah, that fixed it. I can see now.
Nice. Welcome back. I mean, we have to take it. I mean, you had a few rolls, you know, to go against it before, you know. You rolled twice for your the shadow test, huh? So you fell to the illusion.
I rolled 3 times for shadow test and failed all of them.
Yeah. And but you had boosted up. You boosted which one? On top of that, you already had Valor 2, so that's really bad luck there. Because you're more valorous than Elaris himself. Are you not? Ah no, you're the same. Both of you are 2 and 1. Which is the clever move when you want to advance your character. You start with Valor. Because not only he needs to defeat that wraith or whatever it is, but he needs to apply healing. You're not in bad hands because he has two healing favored. I'd say that.
And I do have the herbs that I can use one time.
You have a herb plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
I think it might be. Well, it was. I think it was pretty. What did I write on it? I think I did make a note on it actually.
It's a plus 1. I think it was like a useful item, but 1 use. So it's a plus 1.
Just a plus 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I would even allow you to use your distinctive feature Swift. Because it's really like first aid, come quick to the rescue. Or maybe Shadow Lore even. Even Keenite. Either of those you can justify a double bonus for hope.
Yeah, the shadow lore maybe. Yeah, the fact that I've looked into shadow this whole but anyway, we still have to fight the
you
Wight.
do. Yeah, we're going straight into combat. No doubt
Bring
about
my
it.
thing up.
Bernie is not part of it. Bernie, you're in. You let us know when you come back. Just imagine Bernie. I think the souls. Tolkien didn't really talk much about what happens to the soul of hobbits. I think they do like human souls. They just go for a quick stop at Mandos, and then poof, they're sent away, away from Arda. So you're somewhere. I think that Bernie's soul spirit is in an antechamber, waiting for to be translated somewhere. You'll tell us if you're brought back from this place. You can storytell that. For now, it's gonna be Elaris, this thing, and Wilfried. Right?
Yeah. Can I be in rearward with because it's kind of two there that he's dealing with, even though one.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Just better with the bow, basically.
Yeah. With the big war cry, Wilfried charges in, he unsheathes his sword and go for a stab straight in, ramming into that undead revenant, and you cock an arrow, and in no time it whistles through the night. Reflex as well. You hooked the kindness of Varda at your belt. So this light pours in as well, and you see that this thing, this Wight, this revenant, this specter, whatever it is, this undead, just recoil at the view. It shrieks. This cannot. This green eyes just recedes inside and go under. At the other side, go hide inside the skull somewhere. You see that those teeny, they become teeny green dots, and there's this shriek. If you spend a point of hope, that will do stuff. Kindness of Varda there will apply, because this thing is it doesn't hate sunlight, but actually, let me double check something. Yes, it does. Yeah. It does hate sunlight and is a denizen of the dark. So for three rounds, if you spend a point of hope, I think you do.
Let's spend another hope. Although I'm going down quick today. So one I spent.
It loses a point of hate, and he won't be able to use Denizen of the Dark for 3 rounds. Denizen of the Dark, which made its attack favored while in darkness. After that, disadvantage will come back.
Okay, I witnessed this terrible scene with the dagger rising out of Bernie. Can I have an opening volley before Wilfried closes with him? Is that the...
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Wait. I messed up something here. Yeah, go for your opening volley. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Oh, I need to get a target. Hang on.
Yeah.
Is it, and it's the white thing, not it's the white thing, right? Not is that Wilfried or?
Yeah, it's the thing. Yeah.
With the white.
Yep.
Yeah. Make sure I'm shooting
it's
the right
a +1.
thing.
You get a +1 on all your attacks, thanks to Wilfried. I'm not going to roll for Wilfried. I'm just going to narrate what he does.
Okay. Oh.
Oh shit! This thing, your arrow just bounces on that old helmet, and with a clang, is lost somewhere in the depth of that shadowy inner chamber. With Wilfried just goes, just stabs at it. It's in a reflex, like a surprising speed. It just deflects with its dagger the Wilfried's blow, and it's his time to attack. It will strike at Wilfried. Okay, it fails. Exchange of blows, sparks shining through the whole place. Sparks just bouncing on the low ceiling, and dripping down. You approach with the lamp and cock another arrow. Shoot again.
Shoot again. +1 was, yeah. Come on. Okay. Just.
Nice. So that's gonna be a double heavy blow.
Oh wow. 2 heavy blows, yeah. Nice. That's a boom.
Yeah, those. I'd say that it could be even multiple arrows. As you synchronize your shots with Wilfried's fighting dance against that thing that looks much bigger now. That it's sort of like just swallow. In its presence becomes massive in this cramped environment, and but still those eyes are just like at the back of the skull. You see that it's kind of like in a defensive posture, trying to be impressive rather than anything else. So a few of your shots actually connect and go really like deep into this old coat of mail, dressed under that black robe. The thing is still up though, and it's turn to strike. Okay. I'm just using your stats, but you're not going to have to. Don't worry, you're not going to. Okay, he's protected. Basically, I'm targeting you. I didn't prep a full. I didn't think he was going to get that much involved. He's protected. Just the dagger goes and sparkles just again, against his helmet. More sparks just spring in all directions and bounce against the cramped ceiling. Shoot again.
This is probably the third round of dinner. The hopes. Let me see.
Yeah, actually, where is? No, you had one. It's the second. It's the second one, no?
Okay. Yep.
Because you had one opening volley. That's your second shot. You connect. Takes 2 points of damage. This thing. There's an arrow that goes through his throat. Most of it is now just connected to that helm with like withering skin and just remains of the bone structure is completely messed up, and this head kind of dangles like, and it could have killed anything but that, yeah. that sort of reminds you of this dead sorcerer that you fought in Mirkwood, coming back, from like killing blows, just keeping at it, just rising again, coming back. And this thing is it's not giving up. It is not giving up. It retaliates. All right, Wilfried is keeping not giving any ground. This thing is pinned down, and they're having a massive brawl in the middle of it. You wonder how he can manage to handle such a long sword in such a cramped environment, and he seems like a very most capable warrior. Roll for your attack. And still with +1 again.
Oh, nice.
Okay. That's gonna be a heavy blow. Yeah.
Heavy blow, yeah. 9.
All right. That thing.
Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah.
Somewhat, this thing, you see, like it doesn't want to step onto Bernie, as if it was protecting its prize, Okay, now it's gonna be. What do you think? Is a lantern? Because the magic of the kindness of Varda is spent. Yeah, you spend, if you want to spend another point of hope to reduce his hate again by 1. When I spend 1 point of hate, it comes back from the dead. Remember that every time its endurance is reduced to 0, it's supposed to take a wound, lose a point of might, and die. But because it's deathless, I spend a point of hate, and I come back to full endurance, and here we go again.
So it did die once from one of my arrows, yeah. And then it has more hate than 1, or how does that work with the kindness?
It has a few points of hate. Yeah. It has It has a few. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will keep going. I'll spend another point of hope to get another 3 rounds, because I don't want it coming back again.
Okay.
I feel like this is my defenseless, mortally wounded hobbit. It's all on,
Yeah. This thing, just as you press on, you're not. I don't know how far, but you must be very close, like possibly 2 paces, away from this thing. Corner it. You corner it, and the light of Varda, just like this thing. Basically, it's in a very bad spot, and it hates it. It just profuse of hatred.
I feel like I'm risking it a little bit, firing with it while it's brawling with Wilfried, but I'm just risking it, really.
Okay. Wilfried takes a slash across and up his armpit. There is some blood splattering, and just he yells that just seemed to bolster the man. Bolster? Bolston?
Mm-hmm.
And bolster the knight, and he shouts loud and just yank yet another time at this thing. Shoot again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, another heavy blow.
Ooh. Yeah, and 2. Okay.
15.
How many arrows does it take? We don't count ammo in this game, so you'll never run out of arrows. Yeah, or you roll an Eye of Sauron and I'm in a bad mood. But that would
maybe
yeah.
Maybe Wilfried, close to him, he uses the hilt of his sword to stun the thing, and while it's For a moment, motionless, I send one and then another arrow into the side of its neck and chest.
Yeah, so it takes a couple shots through the skull, and that emptiness inside just like you see that the lights inside just fade away, and this undead former lord just crumbles on the ground like just like a rag, like a pile of old bones. Gling above broom, and it's this kind of stupid symphony of kitchenware, yeah, blag bang, and there is this silence. In again, the lamp of the kindness of Varda glows in there. Wilfried just go and kneel quickly, grabbing Bernie's neck and giving him a bit of water from his water pouch. What do you guys do?
Wilfried, will you carry him back to the fire? I feel we should leave this haunted place.
He takes the hobbit. He sheaths his sword and takes the hobbit with both arms, and you guys run out of this nightmarish place, leaving the remains of that whoever it was. This place has been spoiled and defiled by some evil spirit that took control of the mummified body of this ancient lord, and you leave that story behind you. You exit the barrow, climb up the hill, and there Hamfast and Bregel make room, fuel the fire, and everyone is encircling. All the attention is on you, Elaris, as you start to inspect the wound. He was stabbed from the top, and under and behind the clavicle and down, with a rusty sword.
Well, I leave the light of Varda across the scene and the fire stoked, and lean over the wound. First, as best I can with my hands, and then seeing the mortality of the wound, I go to my pouch and bring forth my sacred herbs that Frangel entrusted me with, that I had hoped to save for many a time, but this is the moment, and I see that time is running short for our dear hobbit, and I do my best to heal the wound.
What distinctive features do you want to top that up with?
I think just because of all the shadow involved and the shadow that came across Bernie, it seems that my knowledge of shadow lore, my experiences in Mirkwood with the Gallow King, I use that knowledge. This wound seems normal in one way, but full of shadow in another. So I use my shadow lore along with the herbs.
I just want to check your Folk of the Dusk, cultural virtue, cultural blessing, which when you are in a forest or at night, you can spend 1 point of hope to achieve a magical success on a skill roll. So it's basically an auto win there.
Wow.
Because we're at night.
So maybe okay. Do I need to use the herbs or not?
No, you don't. But if you use the herbs, which this doesn't mean you don't have to roll, yeah? it's gonna be an automatic success on rated 1, yeah, normal success. If you roll better, it's gonna be a better roll. It's gonna be a better result, yeah. So every point of success is every degree of success is 1 day less of recovery time, yeah. The good news is that just because Elaris is an elf of Mirkwood, that at night time you can achieve a magical success on anything. I think it's just awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad I chose healing. It's my,
Yeah. So the Bernie, Varun, you're with us? Yeah. Varun, Bernie is safe. So roll, Elaris.
I'll roll.
You don't. I don't think I would use the herbs in that case. I'd save the herbs. You spend the point of hope to achieve a normal magical success. That is not going to activate your shadow lore. So it's a straight healing favored roll. Yeah.
Okay, but the auto success does mean that I can kind of he won't die. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, your magical success means a normal success. He's not going to die, whatever you roll now.
Okay.
You could just top it up and make it better than that. No, you don't. So it's at least a normal success. So he's back from the dead. And it's going to be okay. So it's going to be 9 days recovery, Varun, for Bernie instead of 10. But there is also a scar. There is it leaves a permanent mark on him. This will never. It will heal. You will recover in 9 days, normal. You will be back at full capacity in 9 days, no doubt about it. But you will have a scar, a big dame, badass scar, right there. Yeah. Something that will possibly be a bit the weather change, suddenly temperature change, it hurts a bit, or maybe your clavicle always goes cluck for the rest of your life, something, a scar that will always remind you of this experience.